Hello, everybody. So we are now looking at the third shift, of the 2nd of July CHSL 2023 24 examination. So without much ado, I'll be quickly solving all the questions. Goga is the famous ritualistic dance of Dash, which is performed in the procession taken out in the memory of Gugga Peer. Okay, so the answer here is Haryana. A very factual question. You must learn about it. Okay, it is performed during the memory of Gugga Peer, a popular folk deity in Haryana. Gugga Peer is revered or is respected for his association with protection from snake bites and curing diseases caused by snakes. Okay, you may read about it more over here and then pause the video and then move on. Okay, renewable sources of energies versus regions of India. Okay, tidal energy, wind energy, geothermal energy. Talking about geothermal energy, it basically needs a lot of heat which is trapped in the ground, which comes out in the form of boiling water. So Puga Valley is in Ladakh. So Ladakh is one option for geothermal energy. So and C, three and C. This works fine. In terms of tidal energy would be is basically the energy which is coming from the tides, and it is harnessed with the help of turbines. Okay, tidal energy. So that would need a port. So the Gulf of Khambat, which is in Gujarat, serves as a port. Secondly, wind energy. Wind energy is in Nagarcoil. Wind energy, Nagarcoil. Why? The answer is 1A, 2B, and 3C. Right. First of all, let me mark that as correct. That is the correct answer. And why Nagarcoil? Nagarcoil is in Tamil Nadu, and it is one of the prominent regions for wind energy. Okay. So tidal is Khambat or the Gulf of Khambat. Then Nagarcoil has wind because it has favorable wind conditions. Wind is Nagarcoil. See, Khambat is in Gujarat. Gujarat. Nagarcoil is in Tamil Nadu. Then geothermal is in Puga Valley, Ladakh. Okay, moving on. Which of the following is the maximum file size that can be attached to an email in Gmail? The answer is 25 MB. This is a factual question. Okay, everything else seems to be pretty huge. 50 MB also is huge, and 100 is also huge. 200 MB is definitely not the answer. Okay, so if a file exceeds 25 MB, Gmail will automatically upload the file to Google Drive and will share a link to it. This is something really important. So I'll just write down here the points. 25 MB, Gmail, otherwise, otherwise, how much? Otherwise, G Drive, Google Drive. Moving on. In April 2023, Wing Commander Deepika Mishra received which of the following awards? The answer is Vayu Sena Award because she's a Wing Commander. That doesn't mean that she won't get other awards, but Vayu Sena is related to Air Force only. Okay, you may read about it over here. Pause the video, read about it, and then I'll move on. Yep. The British government passed a law in the year 1856. 1856, and it was basically a social reform. Okay, social reform. So the answer over here is widow remarriage. Widow remarriage. It was proposed by Lord Dalhousie. Dalhousie, and it was proposed by Lord Dalhousie. Okay, proposed, but it was enacted during the reign of Lord Canning. Okay, you may read about it over here. Okay, primarily drafted by Lord Dalhousie and then finally passed by Lord Canning. And the reform movement was led by Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Okay, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, and the movement is for widow remarriage. Moving on, the famous folk music Hek- Hekyalyu has its origin in which state? We just did it in the last particular slide, in the last particular quiz which we were doing. I told you everything, all the folk music or the dances which have EU in the end, EU in the end are from Nagaland. So this is the correct answer over here. You may read about it over here. This is a form of traditional folk music that originates from Nagaland, and it reflects rich cultural heritage and traditions of the various Naga tribes. Okay, oral tradition and social cultural life, and it is mostly everything over here. Everything has been talked about here. Um, Maldives are located to the south of which island in India? Okay, if this is India, here is Sri Lanka. So these are Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. And then talking about this point, here are the Lakshadweep Islands. Lakshadweep Islands. And below that would be here, somewhere here are the Maldives. So they are located south of Lakshadweep. Okay, moving on. Where is Birsa Munda International Hockey Stadium located? So first of all, Birsa Munda was one of the main leading revolutionaries for the tribals in India, and it was against the British Raj somewhere in the year 1800s or the late 19th century. So Raurkela is the answer, which is situated in Odisha. The stadium is a part of the world-class hockey infrastructure developed for promoting hockey in India. Okay, it is one of the largest hockey stadiums in the world with around 20,000 seating capacity. Also, the stadium was inaugurated as a preparation for 2023 FIH Men's Hockey World Cup. Moving on. Which of the following animals can change their gender during lifespan? Again, rote learning answer. Snail is the answer over here. Okay, snakes are hermaphrodites, which possess both male and female productive reproductive organs, and this allows them to change their gender during their entire lifespan. The ability to change their gender is an adaptation that can increase their chances of successful reproduction, especially in environments where finding a male mate or a female mate can be challenging. Okay, I hope that's clear. Moving on. Lushai Hills are also known as they're also known as Mizo Hills, okay, because they're situated in Mizoram. What about the others? Khasi Hills are in Meghalaya, okay. Lushai, Mizo, Khasi, Meghalaya, Meghalaya. Then Patkai is in Indo-Myanmar, Indo-Myanmar, and then there is Naga situated in Nagaland. Okay, moving on. Which of the following is not one of the consequences of the Green Revolution? Okay, employment and agricultural works increased. True. It says not. Okay, wages of agricultural being increased. Agricultural workers increased. True. The rich grew richer and many of the poor stagnated or grew poorer. The answer is yes, because the ones who had smaller land holdings and the ones who are not willing to change grew poorer. Rising prices and a shift in the mode of payment of agricultural workers from payment in cash to payment in kind. No, this is not true. This is not at all true. So you may read about it over here. In the 1960s, HYV seeds were promoted and everything else can be talked about here. Also, with instead of the third, this one, the third option is incorrect because of this line. The Green Revolution did not lead to a shift from cash payments to payments in kind for agricultural workers, but it increased with the increase in commercial farming, the monetary transactions became more common. Moving on, which of the following statements is incorrect regarding the Coriolis force? Coriolis force is the force. It is a swirling force. Okay, it is a swirling. It is a swirling force which is happening due to the rotation of the Earth. Due to the rotation of the Earth. Okay, if this is the Earth, this is the northern hemisphere, and this is the southern hemisphere. I am going to complete the Earth. So the rotation of the Earth will make the winds move clockwise or on the right hand side. No, no, this is anti-clockwise, so right hand side. And here it is going on the left side in the summer hemisphere, or left hand side is clockwise and right hand side is anti-clockwise. Okay, it is directly proportional to the angle of altitude. This is correct. Deflection is of north is in right and left in south. It is absent at the equator. The answer is true. Deflection is less when the wind is high. This is wrong. Okay, so only A option is wrong. Please ignore the C option here. Okay, just a moment. See, you may ignore this question. I'll take this question in the end. You may ignore this question. I'll take this one in the end. A circular coil having n turns produces a field dash times higher times as large as that is produced by a single turn. Okay, so change in field is directly proportional to the number of turns. Okay, and the number of turns would be in n. So in direct proportion, there is no square, there is no multiplication of 2. So the answer is n, because it says a single turn. It says a single turn. Okay, moving on. Muharram is the dash month of the Islamic calendar and is considered a holy month. The answer is the first month. Okay, and it is, why is it considered a holy month? Because it marks the beginning of the New Year, Islamic New Year, and it is considered the time of mourning, especially for Shia Muslims due to the martyrdom of Imam Hussein. Okay, you may read about more about it over here. At which place was the magnificent temple of Saiva constructed by the Rashtrakuta king Krishna I? So the answer is Ellora. You may read about it over here. The magnificent temple of Saiva, constructed by the great Rashtrakuta King Krishna I, is located at Ellora. Okay. Which of the following methods measure poverty on the basis of income and consumption levels? Poverty limit, poverty bar, poverty band, poverty line. So poverty line is the one. Okay. Below poverty line, BPL. You know about that. What takes place when you click save button or press Control plus S on Word? The document is saved in a file. Okay, simple. Moving on. Which of the following is the correct formula for calculating NNP? NNP is basically net national product and GNP. Okay, so there is net is always equal to gross minus depreciation. Gross minus depreciation. So similarly, when I say NNP, it is equal to GNP minus depreciation. So this is the answer for that. You may read about it over here. Gross national product. What is the color of sending off card in football? Red card is the one which sends them off, and yellow card is for warning. Okay. Moving on. To enhance the interoperability between Indian and the Russian armies, a joint training exercise called the Dash. So you have to look for the word IND and you have to look for the word R. Okay, so INDRA. So this is the particular answer. Which of the following states is the best governed states? Okay, just a second. I missed out on this. What are the other exercises called? Shakti is between India and France. Varna is between India and again the French Navy. And Surya Kiran is India and Nepal. India and Nepal. Which of the following state is the best governed state in the large state category as per Public Affairs Index? Okay, so the answer is Kerala. Usually, all the positive things are happening in Kerala only. So you can give a very good guess as well. Khubak Shai is this kind of song accompanied by clapping sung in the state of Manipur. Manipur is the answer. Okay, read about it and then we'll move on. Moving on. Okay, it shall be the duty of every citizen of India to promote harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood amongst all people of India, transcending religious, linguistic, and regional or sectional diversities, to renounce practice derogatory to the women. Dash. Okay, the answer is E. 51 A E. 51. What does 51A talk about? 51A of the Constitution of India is a part of the fundamental duties prescribed for all citizens. It was added by the 42nd Amendment Act of 1976. Okay, FDs, they are part 4A and 51A is the article number. Okay, they were put in by 42nd Amendment Act 1976. They were done on the recommendation of Swaran Singh Committee. Swaran Singh Committee. Okay, moving on. Fighting in the upright position in judo is called Tachi Waza. You may read about everything else that is here. Okay, Tachi. Tachi in Japanese means stand. Tachi. Newaza. Newaza means ground techniques. Okay, Ashi Waza. This is foot plus leg techniques. Koshi Waza, hip technique. Okay, hip technique. So I hope you understand whatever I've talked about. Moving on. The Citizenship Act of 1955 is not related to. What is it actually related to? Citizenship would be related to acquisition of citizenship, termination of citizenship, and determination of citizenship. So election is the word which is odd one out over here, which, and you may read about the Citizenship Act 1955 over here. It primarily deals with the acquisition, termination, and determination. Okay, acquisition, acquisition, termination, and determination. Acquisition, termination, and determination. All right, so we've done it. Thank you.